You guys, I almost forgot again that I promised you guys to give you guys this versus kiss scene for Nicolandia, and we're just gonna jump right into it, okay? Because I promised you guys I was gonna give this to you. So first of all, hey y'all, my name is Ali. I am a social media commentator. No, I don't have any credentials. I'm just there for like you guys just putting a label onto it. Let's jump right into this video, shall we? Before we get started, I just want to clarify that I am a congratulations truther, okay? And I also want to make a disclaimer that this debate about what's the best kiss honestly gets people really hyped up and like annoyed and angry and upset. So I'm gonna give you guys this commentary in hopes of y'all understanding where I'm coming from, but please don't attack me. Like it shouldn't be that deep. It shouldn't be, but like, please, I beg, just hear me out. Thank you. Just hear me out. So we're just gonna jump right into it. We're gonna start with Soul Ties and why it was so good and why a lot of people are grasping at this and still holding on to it and everything. And I want to go ahead and clarify and reiterate that this kiss definitely moved people. This kiss moved me when I first saw it. When I tell you the reason why I ate it up so much is because it felt like a fucking dirty little secret. It felt dirty. It felt like it was a secretive thing. It felt like they finally gave in to each other. It was like I was finally seeing that sexual tension snap when Olandria was like, only one way to find out, and they finally kissed outside a challenge. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is what we've been waiting for. Now, mind you, we all know that their kisses will always hit. We know that when it came down to, like, since day one, their kisses were hitting, Any other challenge where he's able to kiss Alandria, it hit. Any other time when it came down to any challenge and like Alandria's just in Nick's space, it hit because that tension was there. That attraction was very palpable, okay? Like it was there. It was very much like we could feel it through the screen. We could see it through the screen. So when we finally see them kiss in Soul Ties, it was like we were also saying finally. It was like we finally were able to take a breath ourselves. Just like Nick was finally able to take a breath himself, just like Alandria was. Now, for me personally, the reason why I eat this scene up is because Alandria's walls that she had kept up in regards to her loyalty, her fear, her anxiety in regards to like Nick and Sierra, her and Taylor and everything, slowly broke. And you can tell that she started to dominate this kiss. You can tell that she was the one that was leaning in for more. That she was the one that, like, needed that kiss. It was like she couldn't hold herself back, y'all. And that is what I love about the kiss. It was the way that she gripped at his shoulders, the way that she gripped at his neck, the way that even after she pulled away, she leaned right back in and, like, literally consumed him. Oh my gosh. And just the way that Nick is just kind of like obviously giving, but also very pliant. Just there. Honestly, just happy to be there. Y'all, the way I could rant and ramble about how good and juicy this kiss was, it was the hunger. It was the need. It was like we were literally watching something that was supposed to be a secret finally happen, and like it's their own little bubble. So like us as the audience, we're like, oh my gosh, and nobody knows. Oh my gosh, yes, finally. Like, oh my gosh, like it was that good. Oh my gosh, the way. That's why I like this. I like this because, of course, it's really good. That sexual tension that they had between each other kind of broke in the scene. The way that they leaned into each other, that a physical attraction and tension that they've been having for each other for weeks upon end. This scene just gave us everything, right? This scene just told us exactly what we want, or gave us exactly what we wanted. And it's because of how secretive it was. It was because of how, like, quote unquote taboo it was, something that we probably weren't supposed to be seeing, something that, we were like, oh, this is not good. Like, you have a girl, quote unquote, I have a boy, quote unquote, right? In regards to Love Island, of course, Love Island dynamics. And it's just like, oh, we probably shouldn't be doing this, but we can't stop. And that's why I ate the scene up so freaking much. As a book reader myself that reads quite a bit of SMUT, if you know what I mean, it was kind of like I was reading, a book where the woman and the men, they had been walking around each other for so long. That tension was there and everything, and they quote unquote hated each other, right? But then like, when they finally give in, it's like magical, it's amazing, and it's like neither of them can stop because they've been wanting that for so long. And that's exactly what I get from this scene, exactly. But once again, for me personally, congratulations came out on motherfucking top, okay? And let me explain why I think this came out on top. And it's not because the kiss was like extremely super duper magical. It wasn't like this kiss was like super duper sexually charged or anything like that. It had nothing to do with that. It was kind of like, no, for me, it was like this kiss told me, with the way that Nick initiated this kiss and dominated the kiss, the way that he just like laid her out like that and everything, I was like, oh, this is a your mind kiss. This is a possessive kiss, okay? This is a claiming, marking kiss. And I love kisses like that, okay? Not only is it the fact that they don't have to sneak around anymore, it's not a secret that they're trying. It's not a secret that, they're trying this connection and everything. And it was just the relief and happiness of them even being in the Final Four. It was honestly such a beautiful thing to witness. It was honestly just the fact that Nick was like, F it, I'm just going to go in for it. And he did exactly that. He laid it on thick. And not only did he lay it on thick, but he wasn't even like crazy with it, right? In this scene, you guys see where he wants so badly to like rub his hands all up and down her body, wants to grip at her waist and everything, but he keeps it around her arm, right? He keeps it above her shoulders where he's kind of gripping and or at least holding on to her face, holding on to her head, rubbing her cheek and everything. It was like he was cherishing her, right? It was like you're mine. You're this beautiful human being that I get to spend my time with, that I am able to spend my time with, and you're a person that I want to continue to explore and spend my time with. I changed for you, and I'm going to continue to change for you, and I'm going to show you that I'm there for you, right? So this kiss, like I said, it wasn't flashy, it wasn't anything quote unquote super magical, but it moved me because they were at a different point of their connection than they ever were before, even within those first 24 hours of Soul Ties. Soul Ties felt like a secret, while congratulations felt like we're open, we're out in your mind, and I'm going to show the world loudly and proudly about it. That's why I think congratulations stomps Soul Ties. Not over horniness or anything like that. It was just simply because of the dynamic changing. It was simply because we see as viewers, and if this was a book, we would have seen as these readers of that trickling up aspect, right? That pinpoint moment of something going up, right? Where it's like in the middle, we have that Soul Ties kiss. It's very tension. It's like that tension is great. And then we hit the pinpoint of things finally like exploding, of uncertainty and everything. And then we kind of drop back down a little bit, and then we settle. We settle in regards to things are finally calm. Things are finally happy. Everybody's relieved. And like, this was the perfect ending of their story. Of course, within Love Island, right? This scene, once again, was like finally being able to settle within their emotions, settle within the fact that they're still there, and settling within the fact that they're going to still continue to try. And for Nick, you can tell with the way that he dominated that scene, the way that like whatever possessed him and everything, he was claiming her. He was claiming her for himself. He was claiming her, in regards to life. And he knew that this was going to be the moment that she was the person for him. Now, I can guarantee you he probably felt the same way when it came down to Soul Ties. I'm not going to lie. I'm pretty sure he felt some type of like moment where the light bulb goes on and he's like, oh, holy shit, this is my person. But of course, he didn't want to feel that fully. That guilt probably ate him up because he was with Sia at that time, right? So in regards to, him finally having Galandria to himself, he doesn't have to worry about anything outside of her, and him being able to actually have her and be with her in the finals, you can see and you can tell that things for him was like going to work out, right? He's in awe that he has her, right? He's in awe that he's by her side, and with the way that he kissed her in the scene, he was going to hold on to that feeling. So there it is, folks. That is my reason. I love Congratulations, not because of like I think it's chaotic or super like tense or anything. I love Congratulations because of how calming and reassuring it is, right? It's very much a huge difference between Soul Ties, right? Now, Soul Ties is good because, like I said, it was 30, it was desperate, it was like needy. I love that. I ate it up. But Soul Ties definitely showed to me that it wasn't just physical attraction with Nick. It wasn't something that was just a physical attraction. This was a kiss was like, I want to know you, and I want to know everything about you. I don't want to just know how you taste. I don't want to just know I just don't want to know your lips against mine or know your lips against mine, this, that, and the other. I want to know your personality. I want to know your favorite foods. I want to know who you are. I want to meet your family. I want to this, that, and the other. I want to marry you. I want to have kids with you. I want to settle down and have a genuine family with you. And yes, call me crazy, but that is exactly what I got within that kiss, okay? And I know that they weren't even closed off, but your girl's been Delulu since episode 21. I'm going to continue to uphold that, okay? I'm going to continue to uphold that. And with that being said, I do hope that you guys at least heard me out with my commentary. Like I said, y'all can disagree all y'all want, but I'm still staying 10 toes down beside Congratulations. Thank you very much for coming, and thank you very much if you do decide to support me on TikTok or on YouTube. Hey, YouTube fan, just wanted to remind you guys both that you guys can gift me through the comment section. Super chats are now open on YouTube, and thank you very much. I will see you guys next time. Mwah. Bye-bye.